that I forget and I don't get up and write it down necessarily at night. How can we remember our dreams better and what we are being taught?
Consciously ask for this before you go to sleep. And as you go to sleep, it may be beneficial, almost a meditative experience for you. In fact, many times in these going under into different vibrations of yourself, you are gaining other types of light that could not really connect with you in the more physical side of this experience that you are having. So simply ask for this before you go to sleep. Intend that you would like to have a certain idea expanded on, understood. And as you sleep, if you get some of these when you wake up or you have a significant dream, do write it down. But it will be in the creation mode before you sleep, the intention that you have before you went under. And it will be as you are when you are there, and you are allowing new experiences to happen, and you are integrating them more with the idea that you can. And then you are more conscious of this, and you are able to bring this more into your conscious reality.
One more question. The galactic energies are watching Earth and what we are doing. Do they ever manipulate or somehow change the outcome of something that might have been worse to better?
Yes, they do that. They do that on different levels as well. They have some of their own agendas that they are applying. And other times, when a massive catastrophe is evident, they will change the outcome. And some of these, when humanity is able to recognize more of this and to have more of the technology to be able to prevent some of this, as things go into more manual mode, then you will have the responsibility of preventing more of that from happening. But from a large degree, there has been changes that could have significantly changed the outcome of this planet. And they have stepped in at times to change that. But they have stepped in their own ways through a much greater history than you are aware of. And it hasn't been always a positive nature.
Most of it being subtle energies?
No, most of it has been a change of power.
Okay.
So how does that relate to karma, especially when the entities have stepped in and changed the outcome of a path?
They are connected to you as you are connected to them. What vibrations are happening here will always be affecting them on multiple levels.
I'd like to ask a question about God. How does that relate from your perspective to us?
You are a source being connected to light, are you not?
Yes.
You see that you have a beautiful energy that is here. You feel love. You feel a connection to something very divine. So we would say that God is in all things, is in a subtle energy that is in every particle that is around. There is an intelligence that it flows through everything. And though it's not understood fully, you are expressing God in this life. By your own experiences, you are expressing a form or forms. And you are looking for God outside of yourself, and yet you are God within, and God is without also. You are a fully connected source to that which is God, to the intelligence, to the infinite. Do you believe this, that you are an infinite being in a degree that you can feel this energy? It may not be so presently understood on all the levels, because there is this veil that is here. It is a very interesting veil that is created. Much of this is done by yourselves, so that you cannot understand the greater depths that are here. The greater depths of who you are in this physical energy form. You, dear ones, you will look for God, and in will come you. In will come the reflection of that heart, that love that you hold already, that unconditional part of yourself. And as you look into the eyes of another, you are seeing God expressed. It may not seem like that with your 4-year-old at times, but you will see it within all of nature and all of the things that you are constantly expanding yourself in, and then the details.
So this world is a world where it's for the purpose of us discovering the God within us.
You can say that. It is a world of discovery and a world of expansion, a world without limits, but has its own limits. The fact that you have limits here shows that there is definitely some unconditionalness of itself. It's so unconditionally loved that you are putting limits and creating limitations within this world. You're also relieving yourself of these limits, looking at new ideas. Though this is an imperfect reality, and that everything that is in this reality must come through in an imperfect way, as it is, you are creating its own flavor of ice cream. Ice creams are very popular here on this planet, and you are creating the new flavors and exploring the new ideas.
I've had more headaches this year than I've had in my whole life. Is that because there's some kind of vibrational change going on in my structure? Because of what I've asked for? Planned, however you want to put it. Created.
Yes, you have accompanied a creation of these headaches that are happening. But you can change much of this by applying the fullness of who you are and drawing this down through, especially focusing on your crown area of yourself, bringing energy in and allowing this flow to open up on a little more particular level for yourself, allowing the flow of energy up and down, and feeling these sort of connections that you have also with the world, the vibrations that are there in existence of. Some of the times that you are limiting yourself, it is creating a block there. So we are asking you to open this up a little bit more. Allow the flow to be there. It's a natural flow of who you are. Like you are a sort of, as we were talking radio stations, the antenna. Much of the hair on your head are antenna of itself. Allow the flow of everything that you are to just simply flow through this part of yourself more.
There's more questions.
I have one question. Would you address the reality or non-reality of disincarnate spirits that walk among us and sometimes invade our space? Is that really real, or is it not real?
Yes, they are real in much that they are held here by a certain understanding. They have an attachment. And some of this can be also an attachment they have with their emotions. Anger, for instance, can keep them. They want to see what is happening constantly. If they are attached to like a loved one, for instance, they will stay and they will tarry and they will be confused and they will many times repeat until there is a long enough time where they do not have this attachment. As long as you are attached to Earth, you will be somewhat in this framework. So you will be here for a time and tarry in the confusion. But when you allow yourself to be reconnected to yourself, to remember the greater source, many of these types of entities will reconnect with themselves. So they do sometimes get somewhat stuck, sometimes for many years. Mostly it is not a major concern. Most of your transitions go very, very smoothly, and you open up to the great possibilities of who you are and are enveloped into that just fine.
Well, I would just like to say from this side of the veil of feeling very blessed and honored of having the presence come through the keeper and watch the presence grow and become unlimited in this space. I think that the keeper is doing an absolutely fabulous job. And I just feel very blessed, as we all feel blessed, that we could share in this experience and see this little miracle happening within us. So
we appreciate your comment, and we would say to each of you that we see on this side of the veil that you are a beautiful source here, for you are understanding the infinite part of yourselves. And that is quite incredible on our side of the veil, to be witnessing the great spirits that are here now, the great beingnesses of who you are fulfilling. Many of us have stepped aside to see this happening. You are wonderful, magnificent beings. We want you to know of your own power that you have, and you are grasping each day. You're taking on this new light as you are exploring new possibilities in your life. It is much our honor, and we greatly and deeply depart from you now with much love.
thank you.
Thank you.